Welcome to this first Sunday of Advent. As we gather and prepare our hearts to worship and to begin this journey of Advent and Christmas and into Epiphany. You see a little bit of different setting before us. And through the weeks of Advent, there'll be slight changes and slight progression as we move closer and closer to Christmas. As we ask people to come and read, we'll be asking you to do it maybe from the home setting, a little bit of the feeling of a home setting. And each service is going to be a little different in terms of a kind of tradition within the Church Universal. And so today you read this passage that's on the screen here, and I'm just going to read it through for you so you can all hear it as well. In the history and tradition of some streams of the denominations forming the United Church of Canada, the precentor was the pivotal leader in the worship life of the Church of Scotland community. This tradition of the precentor, or cantor, as it is known in some circles, went hand in hand with the singing of the psalms. The precentor would sing or line out the piece of music, and the congregation would follow responsively, antiphonally, or with the refrain. A modified use of this position of the precentor is being employed in our worship today, the first Sunday of our journey through the season of Advent. Ron Smale is our music director here, and he is our precentor today. The music is sung a cappella. There will be no instrumental music in our service today, other than the electronic music you just heard. Reminding us of the vulnerability that is so much a part of our life and our faith journey. As we sing, we are all encouraged to add or improvise harmonies, reminding us that God is always with us in our very diverse ways. And in the challenges of life and in our faith journey, singing praise to our God individually and in corporate voice will lift our hearts. John Calvin said, "The Psalms can incite us to lift up our hearts to God and can move us to such ardor that we both invoke and exalt by our praise the glory of God's name." So that will be our tradition today. As we begin our services, always we stop to recognize, we begin with the acknowledgement of the traditional territory of the Tsawwassen and Musqueam First Nations and of all the Hunkaminam speaking people, and give thanks for those who have been stewards of this land since time immemorial. I do have a few announcements that I would like to bring you up to speed on and aware of. And we have, first of all, a couple of wonderful gifts of flowers for us. At the front of the communion table, there is a bouquet of flowers from Kathy Borntrager in memory of her mom. And a poinsettia at the front here, between the chairs of the home. This poinsettia is given by Mary Richardson in loving memory of her parents, Walter and Hilda Ward, and her brother, Bill Ward. Throughout the season of Advent, we will also be beginning on Wednesday mornings a weekly morning prayer time. There will be a Zoom link on our website, but I will send it out on email to anybody that wants to be a part of that Zoom Wednesday morning prayer at 9 o'clock. It's about a half-hour time of prayer. You will have noticed maybe as you came in, there is a donation box at the back. of the outreach have placed it there for items to be brought, and there's a list of the kinds of items for First United and for those that are in need in the downtown east side. If you do also wish to bring food, that will be donated to the food bank here in Delta, and that can be placed on the table by the box. I'm asking your involvement in something for next week. Consider it and let me know. And even if it's only a few of you, but I would love to invite you to bring or remember a picture that hung in your home and moved you to remember in this season. It might have been to remember the loved ones that you hold dear and miss deeply. It might be a picture that just reminds you of drawing closer to God. It might have been a picture or a memory about the Christmas season that just is a sustaining grace for you. And I would love it if you would be willing to bring that picture or that story, a brief story, and have it be part of our service next week. In other words, are you willing to come and speak into the mic for a few minutes to let us know, to give us an indication of those things that really inspire us and lift us up during this season? I would love to have some of you bring that for our service next week. On this Sunday the 12th, in the afternoon at 3 o'clock, we will also be holding a Blue Christmas service at the Ladner United congregation. It will be a joint service by myself and Lydia giving leadership to it, but also all members of our church, and it's an open invitation to the community to be part of that service as well. In our prayers today, we want just to hold and remember many people that have been caught in the floods and landslides over these past weeks, and the concern that this rain continues to bring. And as you notice, in spite of our wonderful, amazing, constant work of Mary to get our new windows up there, we still have a leak. But it will be dealt with, we will get it cleared, and it will be much drier in here going forward. We also hold in prayers John Reed's daughter, Alina. We will do that in our time of prayer. I'm asking prayers for Jess Smiley. She has had her surgery, and so she's in hospital at the moment and will be recovering. It's good to know that. She seems to be in good spirits by the report I hear this morning, and she's aware of our prayers for her. I would also ask prayers, we will hold in prayer Letitia Antwi. You met her in one of our conversations back in the summer. She's a support person for Tiana, and Letitia has been struggling and is now in stage 4 with cancer. And so we're very deeply concerned for her. And also Josie Perry, who is in hospital, and perhaps looking at the last short time of her life. There will be other opportunities to name people, but those are ones that I bring to us at this time. Go forward into our worship. We are going to have Tiana light the first Advent candle and the Christ candle, and while she's doing that, Ron is going to bring us into the first a cappella piece of music. He will sing the first line of the piece that we're doing, and then you will join and sing the rest of it. The words will be on the screen, and pardon me?
In turquoise.
In turquoise. Ron's part is in turquoise print. Your part is in white print. Okay? Just so that we all understand which part is happening. So let us begin.
Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. I want to see you. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. I want to see you. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. I want to see you. To see you high and lifted up, shining in the light of your glory. Pour out your power and love as we sing, holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. I want to see you. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. I want to see you. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. I want to see you high and lifted up, shining in the light of your glory. Pour out your power and love as we sing, holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. I want to see you.
These words ringing in our heart and ears, let us pause in just a moment of silent prayer. Lord, hear our prayer. When as a child I laughed and wept, time crept. When as a youth I dreamed and talked, time walked. When I became a full-grown man, time ran. And later, as I older grew, time flew. Soon I shall find, while traveling on, time gone. Will Christ have saved my soul by then? Amen.
I finish time for waiting.
We wait for God, who appears as young branch, growing over the sun.
Okay. I finish time for hope.
We wait for God, who comes with justice
God of light and love, our praises and prayers overflow with hope as the season of Advent opens. You come to your people to dwell with us. You come with power, not to dominate, but to transform. You come with promises, not to give us what we want, but to make all things new. You come with signs of your deep love for the world. You come and your truth breaks forth, shattering lies and half-truths, setting your people free. Your coming is our hope, and so we offer you our worship in gratitude and anticipation. Come into our lives again, O God, and show us how to hope in the face of all that is discouraging. For we gather in the name of hope made flesh, Jesus Christ, your promise and our desire. Amen.
Our next hymn is In the Bleak Midwinter.
In the bleak midwinter, frosty wind made moan, earth stood hard as iron, water like a stone.